Tomorrow is May 1st, 2020, and you may not be able to make your mortgage payment. Hi, I'm Christian Walsh, and I am a broker that specializes in single-family, multifamily, and leasing in Orange County, California. And I'm here with 6 tips to help you get that forbearance you're gonna need for the month of May. Unfortunately, I did a video like this 30 days ago, and unfortunately, not much has changed since then. A lot of folks are still waiting on getting part of the CARES Stimulus Act. They're waiting on their stimulus checks, waiting on loans from the SBA. A lot of people working hard to get that out to you, but we're probably not in much better position. So maybe you scrounged together, you made April's payment, or maybe you didn't and you're in a forbearance plan. Congrats if you're in a plan already. But if you can't pay for May, let's help you out. Let's get you in a forbearance plan. We're gonna give you some tips to make that happen. So what is forbearance? Freddie Mac describes it as, it's a process that's designed to help with financial hardships by reducing or suspending mortgage payments until you can get your financial footing again. So that's it. So either you're gonna make a partial payment or no mortgage payment, but we're gonna do it officially. You're gonna have to reach out to the servicer and get this taken care of. So Fannie and Freddie back quite a few mortgages in the United States. There is a 12-month forbearance plan that's been set up for those loans, and we have a lookup tool at our website at wireassociates.com/COVID-19 where you can look up to see if your mortgage is owned by Fannie or Freddie. The other good news is that Governor Newsom worked with 200 plus lenders and credit unions to get a 90-day grace period. So you may fall into that as well. So what is forbearance or a grace period going to allow? It's going to allow several things. One is no or partial payment, which is good, but it's also going to prevent foreclosure. So no foreclosure, no late fees, no negative mark on your credit, and another important one just released this week, no lump sum payment due when you start paying back. So that was going to be the challenge. If you miss 2, 3, 4 months, how are you going to pay that whole stack of cash plus what you owe? So don't worry, there's no lump sum payment that's required. So even if your loan doesn't fall under these categories of Fannie or Freddie backed or the 200 plus lenders, you still need to reach out and call because these banks don't want to take properties back. They don't want to return a 2008. So a lot of servicers that fall outside these categories are still going to offer plans. The other important point, we're specifically talking about residential loans. So if it's a property that's 1 to 4 units, that's a residential loan, FHA or VA. That's where these fall. The other loans, or commercial loans, would be 5 plus units, or loans that back industrial buildings, commercial buildings, things such as those. Those are commercial loans. To work on a forbearance plan for a commercial loan, we recommend reaching out to a good attorney to help negotiate and navigate those waters. But anything residential, you should be able to handle yourself, and these services are going to help you out. So here's your 6 tips. And this is, again, no matter where your loan is, we recommend that you do these 6 things. So number 1, don't stop making payments. It's important that you continue to admit that you can't make it. You can't just hide. You can't be ashamed. There's no reason to be ashamed, but you got it. You can't just stop making payments and disappear. You've got to face this problem and you will get through it, okay? So number 2 is you have to call the servicer. You keep hearing me say servicer. What's a servicer? So a servicer is the company you actually pay the mortgage payment to, and they take that money and they go ahead and send it to whoever owns the loan, gets those funds. And there can be tons of people who own tiny pieces of your loan. You don't need to worry about that. All you need to worry about is calling the servicer. And the servicer is the one you're going to look for is the most recent servicer because your loan can be sold. So you may have had 1 or 2 or 3 servicers over time. Maybe you didn't even notice. You just wrote the check and sent it off. So look for the most recent bill and you'll get the servicer's contact info and then set aside several hours because you're going to be on hold for a while. You may get disconnected. It is going to be a long process, but a worthwhile process. So number 3, be ready to explain your hardship and even show your hardship. So when you get somebody on the phone, you're going to have to explain to them what is happening related to COVID-19 that is preventing you from making your payments. So it's a job furlough, job loss, reduced income, increase in expenses related to medical bills, etc. And be ready to show those things. So have a letter or documentation to show those things. But the first thing you're going to do is you're going to explain to the person on the phone, and then from there, you're going to ask your options and ask for paperwork. So number 4 is ask for your options and just see what if they have several different plans. My advice is to ask for as much time as you can. We all want to be optimistic and we all want to think we're going to be able to pay June, July, August. But just take that stress off yourself. Let's get you some breathing room, okay? You are going to be paying this back. This money doesn't disappear that you owe, but there's going to be a payment plan that works for you, or maybe it'll be tacked onto the end. So once you've asked for your options and you've gone through that, ask for the paperwork that you will be turning back in to lock this plan in. So that's the next thing. So number 5 is return the paperwork. Okay, seems obvious. Fill it out, give them everything they need, show them the documentation they need if they need it to show that COVID-19 has affected you, and then follow up once you return it. You need to confirm they have it. During the short sale days when I was selling homes, you'd have to call the lenders 4, 5, 6 times, and every time they say, no, we don't have that, we don't have that. So please confirm they have it, because you can't just assume they do, even if you hit send and it looked like it went off. So number 6, this last tip is continue to pay your HOA dues. And if your property taxes and insurance are not impounded, they're not part of your mortgage payment, continue to pay those. So you don't want any issues related to insurance or property taxes. HOAs can actually foreclose on property owners. I doubt they will in the short term, but it actually did happen back in the short sale days. So continue to make those payments. If you can't make HOA due payments, then I would reach out to them, let them know, let the insurance company know if you're having trouble making insurance payments. So those are the 6 tips to help you successfully negotiate the forbearance process. I hope that helps. My heart goes out to you. You're going through this, but we're all going to get through it. I promise you. 6 to 9 months from now, we are all going to be back on better financial footing, as the Freddie Mac says. So we're all working to get there onto better financial footing. So this is Christian Walsh, Coldwell Banker Wire Associates. I appreciate you tuning in. Please reach out at 949-677-3466 if you have any other questions. Of course, you can leave questions below and we'll help you out. Take care.